Hi, my name is Rebecca Lucy, and I will be discussing Erik Erikson. Erikson was born in 1902 in Germany. He wanted to be an artist. He worked alongside Anna Freud. He came to America due to fascism in 1933. He died in the year 1994. Erikson has 8 psychosocial stages: trust versus mistrust, autonomy versus shame and doubt, initiative versus guilt, industry versus inferiority, identity repudiation versus identity diffusion, intimacy versus isolation, generativity versus stagnation, and integrity versus despair. Stage 1 is trust versus mistrust. It is from birth to 1 year of age. This stage is where a child must find a balance between trust and mistrust. Infants must learn to trust their caregivers because they need to know that they will be cared and fed. Stage 2 is autonomy versus shame and doubt. It is from age 2 to 3. The child is able to have more freedom in their lives, however, there are many more anxieties too. This age stage is mostly about toilet training because the child feels independent when their parents praise them for using the toilet, but feel shameful about themselves when they are scolded. The third stage is initiative versus guilt. This stage is from ages 4 and 5. The main idea of this stage is children start taking on a personality like their parent. Play is a big part of taking initiative. Dramatic play can help children take control of a situation. Those who have not succeeded in initiative may be scared to try new things. Stage 4 is industry versus inferiority. This stage is age 6 and lasts until puberty. This stage is called the industrial age. The theme is I am what I learn. This is a more relaxed period, just like Freud's latency stage. Stage 5 is identity repudiation versus identity diffusion. The age range for this is adolescence. All of the earlier stages lead up to this stage. Because of new body changes, new sexual urges emerge. If the adolescents cannot figure out their roles, they are in a state of identity diffusion. Stage 6 is intimacy versus isolation. The age range for this stage is young adulthood. One must successfully pass stage 5 to achieve intimacy. Stage 7 is called generativity versus stagnation. The age range for this stage is middle adulthood. Generativity is paving the way for future generation. This can be achieved by raising children or other aspirations. Raising children is not the only way to do this. One can aim to make the world a better place for future children. The last stage in Erikson's psychosocial theory is integrity versus despair. Integrity is the acceptance for what one has done in life, while despair is the guilt for what one has not done and the fear of death. Research methodology. Erikson used 3 methods when studying development: direct observations of children, cross-cultural comparison, and psychobiography. Mechanisms of development. Erikson saw development as the concept of complex ideas to the love a caregiver gives to a child. Erikson focused on play because children use play to focus on current and future problems. Position on development issue. Erikson used both nature and nurture. However, he leaned more towards the nurture side. I have created this diagram as a visual representation. The star represents where Erikson lies in his beliefs. Application. Erikson used his theory and concepts of identity crisis, age complex, soldiers returning from war, race, and raising a child. Today, school counselors continue to use his theory to guide students to form identities and make good decisions. There are 2 strengths to Erikson's theory. The first is that it expanded upon Freud's theory and increased its credibility and application. The second is that Erikson had a broad view on children's behavior. Much of children's behavior is influenced from family culture. Erikson also has 2 weaknesses. The first is that Erikson's theory lacks structure. It is just observations, generalizations, and claims. The second is that Erikson does not say how children move from one stage to another. These are my references. Thank you.